Hey everyone, it's Brody. Why do I keep looking over at my freaking screen before I finish what I'm saying? Look, it just doesn't look good. Brody, stop. And why am I talking about myself in third person? Oh well. Start again. Hey everyone, it's Brody. So today's video is going to be a story for all you hospitality workers or anyone that works in retail. Really anyone that's just dealt with a customer before that you're just like, please go away, I don't want to deal with you anymore, and they're just really volatile and no matter what you try to do for them, they're just rude. So that's where this story begins. So I used to work at Mcdonalds quite a while ago, and the amount of times that you would get an annoying or frustrating customer is ridiculous. So on this particular day, I was working on the drive-thru taking orders through the speaker box, and this lady pulls up in her van and straight away she asks if she can place 5 separate orders. In which I responded with, sorry, we can only do 2 orders through the drive-thru, but you're quite welcome to come inside and we'll quite happily take those 5 separate orders for you. Just so you know, the reason why we only do 2 separate orders per car in the drive-thru, you have a time limit in the drive-thru from the time you take the order to the time that they collect their order at the last window and drive away. For our store, we had a 2-minute and 45-second time limit. So to try and do 5 separate orders in 2 minutes and 45 seconds is a little bit annoying, or just it's not feasibly possible for us to do that. And also it's just McDonald's procedure and policy that we can only do 2 orders per car. So after I tell the lady that yeah, she's quite welcome to come inside and we'll help her out and take those 5 separate orders, she starts abusing me at the speaker box, being like, you're not doing your job properly, you're just making that up, blah 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 blah. Mind you, this isn't something I made up, I was just following procedure. Like, it wasn't something I could actually do for her. I offered her an alternative to try and help, but she just wasn't having any of it. So anyway, she's just sitting there abusing the hell out of me, telling me I'm not doing my job properly, that I can do that, and I'm just lying to her and I'm making it up. So I'm just sitting there like, okay. And I kept saying to her, yeah, we're quite happy for you to come inside and we'll sort it all out and stuff like that. Like, there's really not that much of a problem. But she seemed to have a massive problem with it. So she's sitting there at the speaker box abusing me and just saying the most rude things you can think of, to the point where I had repeated myself 3 or 4 times as to what we could do for her. But then she continues to look at the speaker box dead in the camera and was like, I'm coming to get ya. Which I was just like, did she seriously just say she's coming to get me? And that's even when one of my co-workers said over the headset, did she really just say that? And I was like, yeah, she really did just say that. And then when she was like, yeah, I'm coming to get you, I just responded with laughing, because I really didn't know how else to respond to it, because she was acting very, very childish. Like, bitch, sit down. So she pulls up to the drive-thru window and she sits there continuing to scream her head off and abuse me and call me pathetic and blah 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 blah, anything you can think of under the sun. And at this point I was just so over it. It came to about the 3rd or 4th time I had repeated myself at the window as to what we can do for her and still offering an alternative for her. She sits there and turns around and goes, well, you know what? Customer's always right. That's when Brody, I don't know, I'm talking about myself in third person, but I am. But that's when I just looked at her and was like, no. Like, no. So I just responded with, well, you know what, bitch? You're wrong. Like, customer's not always right. In this situation, you are wrong. Like, sorry, not sorry. At this point too, I want to point out that my manager's standing behind me, just letting me deal with the customer, because I was telling her the exact same thing he would have come up and told her too. Like, there was nothing he could do, so he's just sitting there listening to it, and when I turned around I was like, well, you know what, bitch? You were wrong. My manager, I could hear him behind me, like, chuckle under his breath, because I don't think he's ever seen anyone the whole time he worked there turn around to a customer and go, well, you know what, you're wrong. Because I wasn't having any of her shit. I'm actually surprised that I kept my job for as long as I did at McDonald's, because I really didn't take customers' bullshit working there. Like, I had had multiple jobs beforehand, and I'd had a lot of work experience. So to go to a job that I only took the job because I was unemployed for 8 months. I needed money. There was nothing going, so I applied at McDonald's so I could have some money in my pocket. But yeah, I'd had heaps of work experience before working there. So to go into a job where people are treating you like absolute shit and treating you like you don't know anything and you're the dumbest person ever infuriated the hell out of me, because not to toot my own horn or anything, but I reckon I'm quite a smart, intelligent person, and to be in a job where I'm treated like I'm a dumb 12-year-old really infuriated me. Like, I just couldn't deal when customers spoke to me that way. So yeah, after I told this customer, well, you know what, bitch, you're wrong, she completely just shut up. She shut down and really didn't know what to say, which was the greatest feeling in the world, because I was like, haha, suck it. This is making me sound like a really bad person. I swear I'm not. This customer just pushed me over the line. Like, I just couldn't deal with people talking to me like that anymore. I just want to point out too, the reason why my voice sounds so weird at the moment and croaky is I'm a little bit sick at the moment, so sorry about that. But yeah, it felt so good for this customer just to shut up. Like, she really didn't know what to say. Mind you, I want to point out that this lady was a disabled carer. Like, she was in a van with 5 or 6 people, like disabled people she was taking care of. And for her to act on and abuse me and scream at me and carry on like a child while being a carer for people is completely not okay. Like, that is not professional at all. Like, I was just in there going, are you kidding me right now? Like, you're here representing your company and you're abusing me because I won't do 5 separate orders for you through the drive-thru, even though I just offered for you to come inside and I would quite happily do it for you. But yeah, all the people she was taking care for in the back of the van started freaking out and just not enjoying the situation. So that's when I started to feel bad. Like, I didn't feel bad for her, fuck this bitch at this point. But everyone else in the back of the van's freaking out. So I was just like, okay, I gotta try and resolve this situation because, like, this isn't fun for the people she's taking care of. So this is when I said to her, I was like, okay, please calm down, like, we're both humans here, talk to me like a human being and I'm quite happy to help you. So that's when I was nice, because I just wanted the situation to end, and yeah, as I said, I was feeling bad for the people in the back of her van that she was taking care of, so I just ended up going, okay, yeah, I can do the 5 orders for you. In reality, I didn't really place 5 separate orders, I just put it all on one order, and just took cash and changed each order, like, just worked it out in my head as to how much change I had to give back for each menu item. The annoying thing was, though, that every single person in the back of the van had a little, like, plastic sandwich bag full of their change. And she's sitting there making such a big fuss about me doing 5 separate orders for her, when every single person in the back of the van ordered, like, a $1 frozen Coke, a $2 chicken and mayo, and stuff like that. They're all $2, $1 orders. So there was nothing stopping her from going to one person, okay, please, can you give me $2? Can you please give me $1? And adding it all up until the total of the one order, and she could have just given that to me, instead of her sitting there and making a big fuss about it. That annoyed me quite a bit. The situation could have quite easily been avoided if she just took the time and care to actually just get the change of people. Like, they all had coins and plastic bags. How hard is that for her to take a coin from each person, add it up to the total of the order, and give it to me? But no, she wanted to kick up a big fuss about it. So I ended up resolving it for her. But at the end of the day, I really don't appreciate being spoken to like that by a customer. She's not the first customer I've told to basically sit the fuck down. So anyone that hasn't worked in the hospitality industry before, or retail, just worked with like, yeah, customer service in general, please just keep in mind the people that are serving you are humans at the end of the day. We all have feelings, we all have emotions, and if you turn around and abuse the person that's taking care of you at the restaurant for something that's out of their control, something that's not their fault, it's really not fair on that person. And talking from my experience, it always made me feel really shitty when a customer abused me. Especially most of the times that customers abused me, it was something that was out of my control or something that wasn't my fault. So it was really unfair. So yeah, anyone that doesn't work with customers or in hospitality, please keep in mind that the people serving you are humans, and to treat them with a little bit of respect. Like, it's not that hard to treat humans with respect. Just in general, treat people with respect. Like, it's a good trait to have in your personality. But anyway, I can sit here making a video for ages and ranting about all these stories and annoying customers I've had at McDonald's, but I'm not going to, because I'll be sitting in front of this camera for hours. But yeah, that's the end of today's video. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like to see me do on the channel, feel free to comment down below. In the info section I've also linked to my Snapchat and Facebook and Instagram. You can send me suggestions on what you'd like me to do on either of those 3 social sites too. And don't forget to rate, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you all next week with a new video. Peace out. Oh my god, I'm about to fucking wet myself.